Welcome to Shawn Richard Save the Industry. I'm Shawn.
I'm Richard.
And today we're going to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. We did Fallout 76, and we're just going another year in the future.
Plus one.
Well,
one more year.
Yeah. To 2077. Well, I think it's actually like 2276 in Fallout, but
who cares?
Fuck them. Game sucks.
Yeah.
So this is going to be another kind of episode where we just talk a lot of good things about a game.
Not just the game, the company as a whole.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red as a whole.
The difference between this and Red Dead is that this is all speculative and kind of hopes for the game more than it is we know for sure this game is good, so it could come out and it's fucking garbage. I don't think it will be, but this is always a possibility.
I really hope it's not.
Yeah.
From everything. So if you haven't already, go watch the gameplay demo.
Yeah.
It's 48 minutes. Stop watching this. Go watch that.
Go watch that. It's
Don't
more
watch
entertaining.
this. Go watch that. I promise.
You can come back later if you want. Hopefully you do. We'll miss you.
But one of the things they stress is that everything in that demo could potentially change.
Yes. A lot of things that I hope will definitely stay in the game, and a lot of it will. Cause I don't know if you know this, but this game is based off of a tabletop game.
I did.
Called Cyberpunk
2022.
2022. That's right. Yeah. And so a lot of the things that are in that are ripped straight from the tabletop game. Like
they try to stay true to the to that game.
Yeah. And they even make
lore.
If you ever play the game, I haven't, but I read up on it when I heard about the game. They make some references to the game just in the trailers, like the male version of V, the character you play as, that wears a jacket in the trailer that says Samurai across the back, and Samurai is a in-universe band. So if you're a fan of the tabletop game, they're at least giving you some callbacks. The game does take place like 40 some odd years.
It's 2077,
so 50
it's
years.
55.
Yeah, 55 years since the actual game that you would know.
Yeah.
But it's CD Projekt Red, and they've done this kind of adaptation thing before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did it with The Witcher.
Yeah.
Loved those games. One of the things I really love about this, that I would really love to see them keep in this game is how influential onto the game and the world your choices are.
Yeah.
In the trailer, they mention how every decision that you make, every single one, will affect the world as a whole, not just your story.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'd love them to see them keep the level of not the level up, but see them keep the way that the NPCs all interact with each other. Just it looks like a living, breathing city.
You got street peddlers that are trying to sell you off-brand fucking.
Dude, not just that. I'm talking about the way the pedestrians walk.
Yeah, it's got some good crowd
super
physics.
Realistic.
Yeah, and like we said this in the Red Dead video, and based off the trailers, I mean, obviously the gameplay trailer was all done in game, from what is done so far. So it's not like it was a cutscene that you were watching, because that was a big thing a long time ago. Was they would do demos of gameplay when the controller's not even connected to it, but
yeah.
According to them, this is all actually in game, and the game was running and playing this while they did the demo. So, just like in Red Dead, the world feels like it exists with or without you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it feels like it's going to continue to go on whether you're there or not.
Yeah, it feels like if you turn the game off, all of those things that are happening feel like they would continue to happen. Yeah, nothing feels video gamey. Or dwarven crafts. You'll see him like a Dragon Age game. Yeah. The guy's just standing there for 24 hours.
Yeah. It's in those games. I love seeing all of that. The graphics are really good.
Really fucking good.
Crap.
But I mean, that is it running at. They were actually I was gonna say that is it running at optimal, but they were saying that they were running that gameplay demo on a PC with mid-level specs.
Yeah.
For this era, and so with that in mind, that is massively impressive.
Yeah.
How smooth it was running and how beautiful.
It's a very mature game. You see high def titty in the trailer. It's
almost immediately.
Yeah.
You see death and then immediately afterwards titties.
Yeah. We killed a bunch of people.
They're dead and then unconscious titties, so it's not like all. It's a little weird. It's like if you feel any kind of sexual arousal from that, maybe see a therapist.
Yeah, I would recommend that. Dude, the way that you can the different ways that you can go about doing quests, and the way that it's not handholdy about it.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem handholdy about it. In the trailer, like, there were things that they did that I never would have known to even do. Like the fact that he called the Corpo lady to complete the quest. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do.
Well, I mean, if you like pay attention to the conversation with.
Well, I did, but
he does mention that as an option.
Yeah.
But it feels more like you're getting briefed than it is like complete objective A, complete objective B. It's like, here's what you have to do, and here are some suggestions on how to do it. All I really care about is does the job get done.
Yeah, is the end result.
You could literally go in there gun blazing to just kill everybody and steal the thing, and it would still say quest complete.
Yeah, I really love that it's not like not just like optional objectives, but it's not like do it this way or do it this way or do it this way. Yeah. It's just like, just go do it, and there's different ways you can do it. But
if you remember your conversation with the guy 20 odd minutes ago, you have some suggestions, but we're not going to tell you what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And also, like, from what they've shown for like character customization, there's just so many different routes you can go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like in a fantasy RPG, you usually have like your three main routes.
Yeah.
You can be like a fighter, either big sword and shield. There's a little bit of variation there. You can be a mage or you can be a rogue. Mm-hmm. And there's like 6-7 different classes, quote unquote.
Yeah, but they're also he said that they're very fluid, that you don't ever get stuck in one route. Yeah. And I'm hoping that by the end of the game you can kind of have a little bit of everything, or at least enough of everything to get by. One of the things that I love is like there's different things, like there's hacking, and you can use that in different ways.
Netrunners, yeah.
There's so many different ways that you can play this game.
You can use hacking to assassinate people.
Yeah.
Because people are like connecting themselves up to the internet because this is like the far distant future, and you can just fry their fucking brain.
Yeah.
Through the internet. That's fucking dope. So it's not like being a hacker makes it where you have no combat capabilities.
Yeah. Like, it makes you a little bit scary.
Exactly. I mean, to be fair, being a solo, you get those fucking mantis claws, and that's pretty fucking scary. The fucking cybernetic mantis blades.
Yeah, that
allow you to run on walls.
Yeah, they come like, your arm's not even your arm anymore. Your arm's a robotic thing, so it's not even organic matter at that point. But also,
all of this fucking mod stuff looks fucking cool. Yeah, everything you can add on, even the stuff that just affects your HUD. Like, it's just like you don't have a HUD when you start the game.
Yeah,
you have
to get that.
You have to get that cybernetic upgrade, which makes it like feel less like you're playing a video game and more like you're in this.
Yeah,
like
does.
Cyberpunk
it really
world.
Does.
Yeah.
And that's. I mean, honestly, if they come out with that technology in my lifetime, I'm doing it. It'd be cool as shit.
This is kind of a cool little tidbit of information. So most Cyberpunk games take place in cities that are like usually like in movies and stuff. You usually only see the cities at night, and they look really cool and like neon and stuff. And you had that in this game too at night. But a cool thing that CD Projekt Red did, is they designed the city in the daylight first.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to make sure it looked cool during the day.
Yeah.
Because that's harder to do. Mm-hmm. So you have all the neon and the cool cars and shit.
Yeah, you can make a city look cool at night, like in 5
every
minutes.
city looks cool at night. Even Detroit looks, because you can't see all the abandoned buildings.
Yeah.
Looks better at night.
But
you also don't see the bears coming for you at night, though.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful with that.
The weapons are just so customizable. They touched on it in the trailer, and it just looked, there's just so many different attachments that you can get for them. The different ways that they can interact with your own cybernetics in your body, like all sorts of crap.
Some things that like will never exist in the real world, like Oh yeah, because of this cybernetic attachment and working with your rifle, your bullets now do smart targeting. You don't
Oh
have
yeah,
to
and they
aim.
can like track. Like I don't think that.
I mean, if you make tiny heat-seeking missiles, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And with microtechnology, I guess it's not impossible. It's just highly improbable.
Super expensive. It sounds like, but
Yeah, like
we don't know.
the Chris Rock bullets cost $50,000 bit. Murders will drop way down. A very bullet costs $50K. Like, and they won't even investigate murders. Like that motherfucker had it coming.
Like they shot him twice, 2 times. He deserved it.
It's $100,000.
It's just a gorgeous game.
Yeah, it really is. One of the things I hope that they like go into a whole lot more in the game, and I'm sure they will, because it's a big part. It seems like it's a big part of the lore. I want to know more about these fucking mercenary ambulances.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. Apparently, it's like health insurance.
Yeah.
So okay, so one, I want to know more about them. Two, can I get them?
Yeah.
Because playing this game, part of it seems like possibly dying. So if I can get fucking armed ambulances to show up when I'm close to death,
you start
that'd be
making
pretty
enough
dope.
money in game, and you just sign up for this health insurance plan. Yeah, boom. Oh, you're downed. Don't worry, we got you.
Yeah. A fucking SWAT team shows up, clears the fucking rest of the building for you,
Yeah.
revives you,
'Cause then-
and then you
then-
get to just walk through the building and complete your objectives.
Then my tactic is just walk into the room and take me.
Yeah. Just I'm here,
I'm here.
shoot me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Now you're all fucked.
Let them do the heavy
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take
a nap.
I'm gonna take a nap real quick.
I'm gonna go to sleep. They're gonna do all the work.
They're gonna pump me full of drugs. I'm gonna be high while you die.
I really do hope all these things happen in this game. I have faith that they will, because CD Projekt Red has already come out and said that they're not afraid to postpone this game.
And that was the main reason we decided to do this episode on it, because we want to talk about saving the industry. And one of the problems in the industry so far has been just cranking out games just to meet a deadline.
Yeah.
Like, to name one, like Ubisoft with the Assassin's Creed series, when they used to be pumping them out yearly.
Yeah.
Like Rogue, fucking Syndicate, like Unity, like all of those games are garbage.
Yeah.
Syndicate's slightly better than Unity, but it's still not a good game.
No, I didn't even. I didn't finish Unity, and I didn't finish Syndicate.
No, I still haven't bought an Assassin's Creed since then, but I've heard much better things about Odyssey and Origins than I ever did about the last couple before they took that break. They're very different games now.
Oh yeah.
They're basically RPGs. They're not like stealth games anymore.
Yeah, which I wish they went back to some of their more stealth options, because I enjoy that.
No. But yeah, that was
But-
the problem with that was just the cranking it out. You see it in the Call of Duty series too.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that CD Projekt Red is saying, we care if it's good. We care if it's finished. We will push it back to give you a completed game. They did the same thing with Wild Hunt too.
Yeah.
They with Witcher 3, they pushed it back in like at least twice.
They pushed it back twice. I believe it was twice.
And that game was fucking amazing.
It was. And at launch, I got it at launch.
Yeah.
And there weren't big issues with it. I experienced very few glitches with that game at all.
And with how big that game is, like it's
massive.
like that's impressive.
I thought I was finishing the game because a little thing popped up and it said, if you continue past here,
Yeah, no,
you're
it
not
was
gonna
just
be able
that
to
was
finish these quests. No.
chapter.
That was the end of like the first third of the game.
Yeah, and then another thing that CD Projekt Red does well is DLCs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of companies will give you DLCs that feel like they should have been in the game already. Like they add to the original story in a way that makes it sometimes bearable. Like Mass Effect 3 had a DLC, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like Citadel Stories or something like that, where you did some missions on the Citadel. You learned a little bit about Anderson and some other people, and it added some more weight to the ending and made it make a little bit more sense. It's still a bad ending, but it made a little bit more sense. So either you realized you fucked up after the fact and tried to patch it and charged us for that patch, which is fucked up,
Yeah.
or it was intentionally going to be in the game from the beginning. You didn't have time to finish it, and you just pushed it out, and then charged us for the rest of the game, which is even more fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
But with Witcher 3, you have like the Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine. Oh my god, it was so good. Have you played it yet?
Oh, but I watched you play it.
You gotta play it.
And then the what was the other one?
Blood. It was Blood and Wine, and then
Like Heart and Stone or something like that.
yeah, something like that. I haven't played that one yet.
But they don't.
But that one was cheaper than Blood and Wine,
Yeah.
and it's just an expansion on the main map. Blood and Wine is a totally new area.
Yeah, but also that totally new area and that totally new story. Not only is it like something you've never really seen before in The Witcher, and it's a fun new thing to do. It feels separate from the main story
Entirely, it's entirely separate.
It doesn't feel like it was something that you should have had from the get go. Well, it feels like an addition to the story that you've already played.
So they say that in the description of Blood and Wine, they say that you shouldn't play it before you've completed the main story because there are things in the Blood and Wine storyline that tie back into
things that happen in
the gameplay. What's really cool is that things that can happen in Blood and Wine, depending on the way that you did certain things in the story, they'll be different.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about, though. Is like, it's an addition to the story that already exists, and not something supplementing an okay story. It's what it should be. A little extra that you paid for to have a little bit of an extra experience in this game that you love. Yeah. Whereas, like, going back to BioWare, I guess, Dragon Age DLCs almost always take place during the story.
Yeah.
So you have to replay the game to play the DLCs. And most of the time, they feel like things that should already have been in there. Like, they do the fucking black market DLC, like, every Dragon Age game that comes out. Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, there's that now. That thing that's in every game that we for some reason make you pay for after we release the game every time.
Yeah, every single time.
And it's all shit that, like, once you've gotten to a certain point in the game, it's not even like in tier shit. Like, it's like okay stuff.
Yeah.
So I just stopped buying it after the first game. I think the second game was the other one that actually had it. It was the first one to have it in it, actually. I don't think Dragon Age 1 had the black market.
It might not have.
But still, like, that's the thing, like, if you want it to exist, should have already, especially once you've already had it in one game, it shouldn't be an add-on to Inquisition. And the fucking, what was one of them? Like, there was one in Dragon Age 2, which is, like, the worst Dragon Age already. But it was, like, learning about your family's past or something was one of the DLCs.
Yeah. That was...
And, like, that should have definitely been in the original game.
What do you mean?
Like, my backstory? Oh, that wasn't important.
No. Cut that out. Who needs that?
CD Projekt Red does a lot of things right with their Slavic magic.
Yeah.
and we'll do another episode on another company that's also, I think, Slavic. The Warhorse.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah. Maybe not... Is Denmark Slavic?
I think they Norse,
but they might be in Denmark.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're like either Northern or Eastern European. But yeah. I mean, their country their game takes place in. Was it Hungary?
It's modern day Hungary and Czech Republic, I think, something like that.
So I mean, yeah, they've got
Bohemia.
some Slavic-ish type shit going on. So another European company, let's say that.
Yeah.
That does things correctly, in our opinion, and.
Crap. We might be supporting Europe.
Yeah.
I'm a red-blooded American. I don't know how I feel about that.
We're joining the EU. Don't fight it. you will not
Brexit 2018.
You're not Brexiting this podcast, Richard. Anyways, so that's our opinion on what we know so far about Cyberpunk 2077. We'll do another update on it as we know more. Maybe a small video or whatever. And then when it comes out, we'll do a full review.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. Listen to me. Listen to me, CG Project Red. I don't think you're going to do it, but don't fuck us.
Please, God, don't fuck us. But anyway, so yeah, that's our piece on that. We'll see you guys next week. As always, check the links in the description to follow us on social media, and we'll link the gameplay trailer this time. We didn't really make any like claims that needed to be backed in this episode.
Yeah, we'll link the
more of
gameplay
an-
trailer, so if you haven't seen it, you can go watch it there.
Yeah. But we'll see y'all next week with another video, and signing off, I guess.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
signing off.